So I'm going to talk to you about how you lose weight on a plant-based diet. These are going to be some amazing tips if your main goal is to lose as much weight as quickly as possibly. So I'm going to talk to you about what vegetables to eat, what fruits to eat. I will say this just in general. If you follow a whole food plant-based diet, if you don't have to read it to eat it, if you only eat an orange is an orange, an apple is an apple, you will lose weight. Don't worry about carb counting. Get that idea of if I eat carbs, I won't lose weight out of your mind because it's just frankly not true. If you eat fruits and vegetables, you will lose weight. So let's start with that. Just want to make sure that that is understood. Even if you don't even want to lose weight, you're going to lose weight on a whole food plant-based diet. I didn't have any expectation that I was going to lose weight. I started this challenge at 182 pounds. I currently weigh around 150 pounds. 30 pounds gone without trying, without even that being my goal. But I'm going to show you how to shed some pounds, stay full, and feel amazing. How's everyone doing? Are you guys doing awesome? I hope you guys are doing amazing. Yes, you can eat potatoes and lose weight. Andrew Taylor lost over 125 pounds eating only potatoes. Only potatoes every single day. So potatoes are not your enemy when it comes to gaining weight. What is your enemy is processed food. I'm talking about bread, pasta, cereal, pancakes, waffles. Those are the things that are going to come within or between you and your goal of toning up, losing weight, and getting in shape. It's those really highly processed junk foods and those extremely calorie-dense foods like oil, canola oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, all of those oils, which are 120 calories per tablespoon, all of those flours, all of those processed, enriched white flours, those are what's going to cause you to gain weight and cause you not to get those results. So what is it that you eat to lose a ton of weight and feel really good? Number one thing you should be eating is dark leafy greens. That's right, dark leafy greens. This is your weight loss king. Baby kale. There you go. You can use kale, baby kale. You can get it pre-chopped, pre-made if you don't have a lot of time to eat it. Another thing you should be eating is leafy greens like green leaf lettuce. You should be eating spinach. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh man, he's saying just eat salads. That's not true. If you've been following the Produce Station Challenge since the start of this nearly 2 years ago, you know we eat some of the best foods ever. We eat nachos, we eat fries, we eat tacos, we eat everything and we lose a ton of weight. And I'll show you how to do that. But these are the number one thing that I think you have to eat is leafy greens. You gotta get them in there. Kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, spinach. You've gotta eat your dark leafy greens. They fill you up on an extremely low number of calories, and they make you feel amazing. They are some of the most micronutrient dense foods. So if you're saying, whoa, I'm gonna be deficient in this, deficient in that, well, you're actually probably deficient if you're not eating your dark leafy greens. So fill up. You can eat them in salad, you can eat them in soup, you can cook them, you can make amazing collard greens with vinegar, you can make amazing minestrone soup with kale, you can make lentil soup with spinach. There are ways you can get your dark leafy greens in your meals without it having to be a salad, but salads are a good choice as well. So that's number one, dark leafy greens. Get them, eat them, buy them, they're so affordable. Kale, this is actually a little bit more, but kale is $1 for a huge bushel. Kale is so affordable, it's so affordable to lose weight. It's wild. All right, another thing that you should be getting is all of your peas. Snap peas, green peas, all of your packed with protein peas, high in water and low in calories. All of your peas. Green peas, snap peas, snow peas. If it's a pea, eat the pea. Lentils as well, another good one. Lentils right there, lentils. You can get them cooked, you can get them uncooked. They have shelf stable, and they're another great way to lose weight. Cruciferous vegetables. Actually, I don't know if I have cruciferous vegetables right here. I should have some. But cruciferous vegetables, another great one to eat. I'm talking about broccoli, cauliflower. Those are key. Cruciferous vegetables. Get those in your diet. Those help you lose weight. Stir fries, baked cauliflower, baked broccoli, cauliflower pasta, cauliflower rice, There's so many different things you can do with cauliflower. It's so versatile. Cauliflower marinara sauce. You can do cauliflower a million different ways. Buffalo cauliflower. We all love buffalo cauliflower, don't we? Buffalo cauliflower, barbecue cauliflower. Take the cauliflower, eat the cauliflower, smile and lose weight while you do it. Packed with water, packed with nutrients, so good for you, so versatile. Cauliflower is versatile because it doesn't really have that much of a flavor profile, so you can make it a million different ways and it will taste good. Cauliflower mac and cheese. Wow. Broccoli you can do a million different ways as well, a little bit healthier and still delicious. I'm going to talk to you guys about spaghetti squash. Here you go, guys. Squash noodles. This should be part of your diet if you're about to lose a ton of weight. I'm talking about zucchini noodles, yellow squash noodles, butternut squash noodles, sweet potato noodles, and spaghetti squash noodles. If you're looking at this and you're saying, what is that thing he's holding up the sides of his head that is yellow, then you need to learn about this. It's called a spaghetti squash. Why is it called a spaghetti squash? You cut it in half, you roast it, you use a fork, you pull out the strands, and you have spaghetti. I know it sounds crazy, it sounds wild, your mind is probably blown and you're wondering how that this can be spaghetti. This is spaghetti, people. This is your spaghetti if you're losing weight. High in carbs, but guess what? High in water, low in calories, and super filling. And that's why it's so key to eat that. Spaghetti squash. Bake it 40 minutes, 50 minutes, no oil, in the oven. Remove the seeds, use a fork, remove the strands, toss it in marinara sauce, toss it in mushroom sauce, toss it in whatever sauce you want, and you will start to lose weight. You're getting rid of the enriched flours, you're getting rid of the processed foods, you're getting rid of the pasta. And I know so many of you are saying, but pasta. Eat it, believe me, it's good, you'll lose the weight. Okay, let's take a look at what else we've got going here. We've got, oh, there we go, here's a good one. Baby bok choy. Do some stir fries. This is from the weekly meal plans. We're doing weight loss month on the weekly meal plans. You jump on the plans, you eat only on the plan, what's on the plans this month, and you tell me that scale doesn't go, whoop. You tell me those pounds don't just shed off you, even if you don't want to lose weight. All right, we've got that. Onions, great way to add flavor. Potatoes. Oh, everyone is so scared of you, Mr. Potato. We're all running. People see this and they think, oh God, I'm going to gain so much weight. I cannot eat it. Don't eat it. Not the potato, Mr. Potato Head. Potatoes are fine. You will lose a ton of weight eating potatoes. Andrew Taylor proved that to you. A living example. I eat tons of potatoes. I lose tons of weight. My skin is super clear. Don't worry about that. That's a lie. That's a ridiculous lie that people are putting out there. And don't trust someone that maybe heard it through the grapevine, because unless you're eating the grapes from the grapevine, just don't listen to them. It's ridiculous. You can eat potatoes and lose a ton of weight. A lot of societies rely upon potatoes and are skinny and healthy. Potatoes, they are good for you. The only way this potato becomes something that is bad for you, when you take this potato, this poor little low-calorie, delicious potato, and you stick him in a vat of oil and you fry the poor guy. If you stick this guy in a vat of oil, he's starchy. Rinse a potato, you'll see all the stuff come out of it. You'll see all the starch rinse out of it. Well, what replaces it when you stick it in oil? The oil gets soaked up in it. You soak up all that oil, 120 calories per tablespoon. You're putting in buckets of oil. Have you seen a deep fryer? It's like a big vat of oil. It's like a tub of oil. Now you take this poor little guy who's healthy, who's here like, hey buddy, I'm going to fill you up and make you lose weight. And you take him and you make him scream and sizzle in that oil, soak up all the oil, and now he's like, oh, I am going to make you gain so much weight. You take him from being like 200 calorie french fries to 700 calorie french fries for no reason whatsoever. Stick it in an air fryer, stick it in an oven, bake it, eat it, lose weight, feel great. Don't worry about that carbohydrate craziness. All right, just saying it like I see it. It's ridiculous, people. It's ridiculous. Potatoes. You can eat potatoes and lose a ton of weight. Eggplant, another good one. Everyone's probably saying, oh no, it's a nightshade. It's a nightshade, Marley. It's a nightshade. What? Are you crazy? Eat eggplant. Eat tomatoes. This nightshade's ridiculous. If it's a vegetable, if it grows in the ground, it grows in the trees, eat it. If it doesn't have an ingredient list, eat it, and you will lose weight, and you will feel better than you've ever felt. The only shade that the night provides is during summer when it's a hot day. That's the type of shade we like. These are fine. Nightshades are fine. Eat your eggplants. We've got some cabbage. Wow, another really good one for weight loss. Cabbage is so low in calories. There you go. Big head of cabbage, super cheap. Look at the size of that. It's a nice big piece of cabbage. cabbage. Get your cabbage. You can throw this in some vinegar and you can pickle it, you can marinate it, you can chop it up, toss it in a salad, you can toss it in a stir fry. There's so many things you can do with this guy. He's so heavy. This cabbage is, oh my gosh, if I wasn't eating a whole food plant-based diet, I wouldn't be able to lift it because I won't be strong enough. This thing is huge. Probably 3 pounds of cabbage. It'll keep you full and losing pounds like you never lost them before. It's just a big ball of water. You know, it's just a big ball of water with this red exterior that's called cabbage. You eat this thing, you're gonna lose weight like crazy. I mean, am I crazy? No, I'm just being real. All right, that's red cabbage. We've got artichokes, another great one. Oh man, these are good. If you've never seen one of these, look at how pretty it is. Look at that gorgeousness. You peel off these leaves and you dip them in some mustard and you eat it, and it's just absolute fantastic. It's so low in calories. It's so good for you. You just bake it for about 40 to 50 minutes. You scoop out the insides. You cut it in half. You just remove the very end of the stem, and it's awesome. You can eat the artichoke heart. It's so delicious. It's so filling. It's so simple. Also a great snack. Artichokes. Eat your artichokes. Look at how pretty all this is. Look at how pretty all this is. Red bell peppers. All right, now let me talk about a couple things. We talk about a couple things that may be calorie dense. So it's all about calorie density. It's not about carbs. It's not about keto. It's not about all this made-up garbage that's on the internet. It's about caloric density, right? It's about caloric density and processed food. That's what matters. So oil, processed food, and also extremely caloric dense, 120 calories per tablespoon. Another one that's actually a real food, it's actually a friend of ours, but maybe not our best friend when it comes to weight loss, is avocados. And I know so many of you are saying, do not say it, Marley. Do not take my avocados. Anything but my avocados. My avocados are everything. If you talk about those avocados poorly, I am unsubscribing from you right now. Well, unsubscribe from avocados while you're losing weight. Eat a little bit less of them. I'm doing one for this entire week. One avocado for the entire week, a little one, not a big one. Don't go out there and say, oh, I can have one avocado, and all of a sudden you get the biggest avocado you've ever found. Don't go get the jumbo avocado. Don't go get the avocado the size of your face avocado. Just get a little one and only eat one that week. Don't do what so many of you do with garlic. I know all of you, when I say half a clove of garlic, all of you guys are like, half a clove of garlic? Okay, so that's half a bulb of garlic. You just put like 6 little pieces of garlic in there. All of a sudden your food's so darn garlicky, you can't even taste what we made. And that's okay as long as you like garlic. But don't do that with the avocado. If a recipe says half an avocado, don't throw in 10 avocados just because they're so creamy and so good. These are really caloric dense. They're super high in fat. So that's something you just want to be really mindful of when you're losing weight. Don't go avocado crazy. All right? I know they're good. I know. I would just put this little sea salt and balsamic vinegar right now and eat it right in front of you. But I'm not going to do that. That's an avocado, guys. Be mindful of avocados. I actually don't have any coconut milk. Today I didn't buy any coconut milk because we're not eating any coconut milk on this plan. We love coconut milk. It's creamy. It's so creamy. It's so good. Light coconut milk we use reduced in calories. No coconut milk, people. Coconut milk during weight loss is not the best idea. It is still caloric dense. Even though when you get the light coconut milk, it's not so bad. You'll probably still lose weight. But if you just remove it completely, you'll lose even more weight. So coconut milk, avocados. I know. What I'm about to say is going to shock you. Nuts and seeds. But pine nut sauces. But not the Chipotle pine nut sauce, Marley. Don't take away the sauces. Not the sauces. I know. Nuts and seeds. They're extremely caloric dense. If you're just sitting there popping nuts in your mouth, and this is a good one, don't get me wrong, I almost ate half the bag. This is a good nut, walnuts. I mean, this is the healthy nut. This is our friend nut, right? This is that extremely high in omegas, extremely high in nutrients. This is like our go-to nut. This is, yeah, you know what I mean? Walnuts. They're super high in calories. 200 calories per quarter cup. 200 calories per quarter cup, and you know us. You take this bag, you go sit on the couch, you go watch a little Netflix, there ain't gonna be no bag anymore. It's just gonna be like, oh no, she didn't, and then all of a sudden the bag's gone. And you're like, nuts. I got no more nuts. Nuts. Be careful of nuts. Nuts and seeds. When you this is what I'm talking about, like when you're shedding LBs, when you're like running towards your goals, when you're like stepping on that scale a day or two later or a week or two later, and you're just like shocked by that needle going backwards. These are the tactics you got to do. It's the nuts, the seeds, the avocados, and the coconuts. All things that we cherish and we love so dearly. Pine nuts, cashews. Oh, man. Got to remove them a little bit. So we're going to use just a quarter cup of pine nuts throughout the entire week. Still want to have a little bit of fats. We don't want to go completely free of fats. But we want to go so low on them and so high on that dark leafy green that it makes you lose weight. Fruits! Eat the fruits, people. Eat the fruits. I know so many of you guys are saying, but the sugars! The sugars! Eating an apple is like eating a Snickers bar. No, it's not. It's not like that at all. Sugar is not sugar. Sugar is not sugar. Don't be labeling my apples as Snicker bars. You're crazy. It's not the same thing. Now, first of all, Snicker bars are fantastically dangerous. I know you thought I was going to go with that one. They're fantastically dangerous for you. They are sugar, sugar, sugar with some chocolate sprinkled on with some sugar. And that's so bad for you. But an apple is so good for you because it's so high in water and fiber. Fiber is your friend. Fiber is like that guy you want in your back pocket at all times that you can call. Fiber is who you put down as your emergency contact when you're filling out an application. So who do you call in need of weight loss? I'll call Fiber. Hello, Fiber? Exactly. That is your best friend when it comes to weight loss. Fiber. Fiber. And water. Why is fiber so important? Why is fiber so key? And water too. Don't forget about water. The old H2O if you want to get scientific with it. But we're not into the science of it. We're into the healthy goodness. I'm trying to live longer and feel better of it. Water. H2O. It's so key. It's so important. It's what makes plants grow. It's what makes plants live. It's what makes us grow. It's what makes us live. You don't drink water, it's over, friends. It is over. Fiber is the best for the pooping. If you're not pooping, you're not losing. Don't forget that. We'll talk about poop, Joe. I'll go right there. We'll talk about poop. If you're not pooping, you're not losing. That food's got to go in, but it's also got to go out. If you're hanging on to your food, don't hoard your food. I know it's hard to say goodbye to them. I know they're beautiful. Look, I get it, right? This is a beautiful bell pepper. He's really pretty. And you may want to keep him around for a little while. If you want to keep him around, put him in the freezer and freeze him. Don't stick him on the insides of your stomach and keep him for a year. This will go right through you. Fiber makes you poop a lot. You may be pooping one time a day right now. You start eating like this, you're going to be pooping like 4 times a day. You'll be pooping so much, you're going to be bored of pooping. And that's totally fine because you're losing weight, you're feeling great. It's called your body is working. Make poop great again. I'm just kidding. It's hilarious though. You know, our dog, Amore, I'll talk about it really quickly and I got to get back on this weight loss though. Amore, our dog, we feed her a lot of fresh food. You feed her a bunch of sweet potatoes and she walks down the street, she poops like 4 times. You feed her just the dry food, the dry dog food, she won't poop like but once a day. Literally, you feed our little puppy dry dog food, she poops once a day. A little baby poop, just a small little poop. She's a small dog, but she's just a small little poop, right? You feed her sweet potato, you feed this little girl a sweet potato, 4 massive poops, like half a block. I'm like, gosh, I'm scooping too much poop. But it just shows you that this works. It works. Where did that dry dog food, I gave her the same amount of dry dog food as I gave her fresh food. Where did the dry dog food go? Where does it go? It's like if you pour something into a funnel and some stuff's not coming out the other end. If you pour fiber into your funnel, it's coming out the other end. So get ready to poop and enjoy it. Have some fun, turn on some music, shut the door. Don't get your significant others involved. That's just nasty. Anyway, that's how it works. That's how it works. It's fiber, it's fruits. I was talking about fruits, guys. I was talking about fruits over here. I just had some fruits. You know, fruits for breakfast, that's what we do. Fruits. Eat them. Sugar is not all the same. Fruits are totally good for you. They're great for you. They're not gonna make your blood sugar spike. It does not happen. It's not real. That's fake news. Don't believe me, go try it. Or just go read like one of the thousands and thousands of scientific journals published on it. You can eat fruits. You can eat lots of fruits. Eat watermelons, eat cantaloupes, and eat honeydew melons. Those are the number one ones for weight loss. We're talking about weight loss here. We're talking about shedding those pounds. Try to eat a whole watermelon. I'm challenging you right now. You go out there and you try to eat a whole watermelon. Someone out there, you prove to me you can eat one of the large ones. You eat a large watermelon, the whole thing, one sitting. Wow. I'm entering you in a competition, an eating competition, because I cannot eat a whole watermelon. Well, first of all, we're talking about 90-something% of water. It's almost all water. That's why it's called a watermelon. And then you eat it, and it fills you so full. It makes you so filled up because of fiber and water. It gets you nice and full. Super low calories. It's super hydrating. It's great for your skin. So watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon. Those melons are so good for you when you lose weight. Just eat those melons. Scoop the melons, cube the melons, slice the melons, eat the melons. I don't care how you do it. Eat it in your living room, eat it on a picnic, eat it with your husband, eat it with your wives, eat it with your kids, eat it with your grandkids. Eat the melons. Sing about them, lick them. I don't know what you gotta do. Share them with your dogs, but eat the melons. Eat the melons. Another big one, berries. Berries. I'm not talking about bury your long lost cousin or bury your great uncle. I'm talking about berries, the fruits. Look, I got a cousin named Barry, so I can say that. But berries, the fruits, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. Those type of berries are the berries you want to be putting in your system. I'm sure I missed some raspberries. Oh, how did I forget raspberry? Oh man, he's gonna be mad at me. I think I got some in the fridge. He's probably yelling, why did you forget about me? Raspberries. I'm tart and sweet and all goodness all in one. Berries, eat them. They're so sweet. They're so delicious. Strawberries, are you kidding me? Slice the tops off, pop it in your mouth, sit back, close your eyes, and let the flavors take over. It is like 93% water. It's almost all water. That's the cool part about this is, it's like all water. It's like this is a big tidal wave of water. It's like you're eating your water. Grapes are good too. Berries, right? Berries. Organic berries. Just eat berries. Just eat berries. You find berries, you eat berries, you lose weight, you feel great, you smile. How does that work? I don't know. It's just so good. It's just so good. So those are some of the tips for losing weight. Reduce your coconuts, reduce your avocados, reduce your nuts and seeds. Increase your berries, increase your melons, increase your dark leafy greens, increase your cruciferous vegetables. You can still eat quinoa and you can still eat rice and you can still lose weight. This is another one I want to talk about. Rice. Everyone's like, rice. No. This whole time I gained all of this weight and it was because I was eating so much rice. No, that's not true. Go to Asia. Find me people before when they used to eat healthy diets, fruits and vegetables. And go to Asia, see people that eat rice every single day and see that they're battling from obesity. It's not the rice. It's not the rice. You can eat rice and still lose a ton of weight. Don't worry about the rice. Don't worry about the quinoa. Worry about the pasta. Worry about the pizza. Worry about the bagels. Worry about the croissants. Worry about the cakes. Worry about the ice creams. Those are the things you have to worry about. Not the rice, not the quinoa, right? Those are going to make you lose weight. I'm saying it again. They're going to make you lose weight. People run from white rice as if it was like the devil or something. Like, oh my goodness, it's white and it's rice and it's dangerous. It's not. It's fine. You're going to eat white rice, you're going to lose weight, and you're going to feel good. It's totally okay. It's going to fill you up. It's going to make your poops, we'll talk about poop again, and make your poops a little bit more together, and you'll be happy. How's that sound? So rice, you don't have to worry about rice. I mean, don't eat like only rice and skip these, because remember, your rice should be like a side of this. This should go on top of your rice. Maybe do a little thing of rice, and then throw on some, I don't know, eggplant, and some tomato, and I don't know, actually I wouldn't put eggplant and tomato on rice. I don't know what I'm even saying. I'm getting crazy here. Just throw some eggplant and some nice, tamari and some sea salt on top of some rice and bake the eggplant and eat it. There you go, a simple bowl there. Some Asian rice. Here you go, cucumber. Another great one for weight loss. Cucumber. You guys all know cucumber. Cucumber and celery. I feel like everyone's juicing cucumbers and juicing celery. Just eat the cucumber. Just eat the whole cucumber. Don't juice it. I know it's filled with water. That's why you lose weight. That's why you feel so great. Cucumber salad. Cucumber and red bell pepper. Look at this. There's a salad for you right there. Cucumber, red bell pepper, balsamic vinegar, or white vinegar. Sure, vinegar you fancy. Red vinegar, cucumber, red bell pepper. Chop this up, cube it, throw it in a bowl, toss in a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of vinegar. Oh, how you just got yourself a meal. How easy was that? Super low in calories. Super filling. Packed with water. So simple. I could make like 50 meals out of this. I could literally make like 50 meals out of this. Total cost, is it expensive to lose weight? Do you have to take like 50 courses and eat lean cuisines and eat special, fortified, unfortified, max cal, well, I don't know. So many different things out there. $60, people, $60. $60 for a week of food. $60. I know, it's so cheap, it's so easy, you lose so much weight and you feel so good. It's just such a terrible thing to have to do. Oh, it sucks. It sucks eating the best food you have ever eaten in your entire life. It sucks having to try all these new flavors. It sucks losing so much weight. It sucks having such clear skin. It sucks when your teeth are so white. It sucks when your eyes are so clear. It sucks when you're so healthy. It sucks being able to walk again. It sucks. It's so terrible. It's not. It's amazing. It's incredible. We are so lucky that this exists. Like, what a blessing. That it's actually more affordable to get healthy. You lose more weight eating healthy. It tastes better when you eat healthier. It's easier to eat healthier. What a blessing. Thank God. Because if this was harder and more expensive, it would be really challenging for me to tell you guys about this and have you guys actually do it. It would be so much harder. Imagine how hard and difficult my job was if I said, put down the bacon, egg, and cheese, and pick up the lettuce, and make a salad, and it's going to taste worse, and it's going to cost more, and it's going to take you more time. Who is going to do that? You know how hard it would be for me to get you to do this if that was the truth? But the truth is, it's way cheaper, it's way easier, takes way less time, tastes way better, and it makes you feel way better. That is why this is so essential and so important, and why people have dedicated their whole entire lives to doing this. I want you guys to do a little homework. This is on the topic of weight loss as well. I want you guys to do a little homework. I want you to watch a documentary called Forks Over Knives. I know probably a lot of people who are fans of Forks Over Knives. I want you to watch a documentary named Forks Over Knives. It's on Hulu, it's on Netflix. I think it's on Hulu. It's on Netflix for sure. I watched it about 3 months into doing the Pro Dissection Challenge. I actually didn't know about it prior to the Pro Dissection Challenge, but Colin T. Campbell's foundation and Colin T. Campbell reached out to me and asked me to be a contributor for them, and then I started to look into what they were, nutritionstudies.org, and I checked out nutritionstudies.org, and I started to do recipes for them. I gave them the oatmeal almond crust pizza, and I started to talk to them, and then I looked them up, and I said, who's this guy Colin T. Campbell? Who is this guy? So I looked him up, and I saw he did a China study, and he was saying what I was saying, and I was like, okay, we all like when people say what you say, believe what you believe, but he was coming from a dairy production background, a scientific background, going and studying at Cornell and Penn State and all of these wonderful universities, and really spending his entire life, he's in his 80s now, spending his entire life to studying the science and the facts behind this, so that when someone's just saying, eat tons of fruits and vegetables, that means one thing. When someone loses tons of weight, that means another thing. When someone clears up their skin, that means something. When someone reverses a disease, that's amazing. But to actually put it in scientific papers and journals and make it so that people can read it, the largest study ever done, the China study, Colin T. Campbell, what a wonderful man, dedicating his life so that you can live a healthier and happier life, so that I can live a healthier and happier life. Forks Over Knives, Netflix, watch it. Watch it with an open mind. Watch it with a husband. Watch it with a wife. Watch it with a parent. Watch it with a grandkid. Watch it with a son or a daughter. Watch it with an open mind. Sure, you can say anything is wrong with anything. You can say water's too cold. You can say water's too warm. You can say water's too lukewarm. You can say water's too wet. You can say all sorts of things about water. Water's too bland. Water doesn't have enough flavor. But the fact is that water is good for you. Water is healthy. You don't drink water, you die. Water is the essential thing that keeps us alive. But we can still make up a million excuses or refuse to believe that water is good. And you can do that same thing about fruits and vegetables. You can make up a million things to say it's a carbohydrate, say there's sugars in fruits. You can say whatever you want, but the truth is, the facts are that this is the healthiest way to live. Fact. Proven. Scientific journal after scientific journal after scientific journal. Researchers, people, societies, cultures. You take a place like China, you take a place like Japan. Before we brought them the Western diet, we opened up China fairly recently, remember? Remember when we opened up China? We didn't go to China for a long time. China was completely closed off from the rest of the world. We started to bring Burger King, KFC, McDonald's. We started to bring our amazing burgers, our Whoppers, all of our awesome American food, all of our delicacies. We're a wealthy society. Let's go over to these third world countries and let's provide them with our amazing nutrient-packed food. And what happens? Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity. These same places that had no money were like impoverished, starving. We're living a healthier and happier life than when we brought our so-called delicacies or our amazing food. Hello, something is wrong. Ding dong, we have it all wrong. So watch Forks Over Knives. Read the China study if you have a chance. And look into Colin T. Campbell. Look into Esselstyn. Look into these doctors. I didn't know about them before I started this. I had no idea about them. I did know about What the Health, because I have met Kip. But I didn't know about Forks Over Knives or these other doctors. I didn't know about them. But now that I do know about them, I appreciate them. Now, am I saying that like every single thing they've done is perfect? No, they've got a lot of things right. Sometimes they're doing things because they're afraid of you doing things. Like, we know nuts and seeds are good for you, but we want to eat them in less moderation so that you lose weight. Esselstyn understands that. He understands that if you just have a bag of nuts, you're just going to eat all of those nuts. So he says, don't eat any nuts. But he's only saying that because he doesn't believe that people can control themselves and only eat a smaller portion of nuts. So I'm with him on the fact that it is dangerous if you just eat tons and tons and tons of nuts, but I'm not completely agreeing that we need to get rid of nuts completely. I just believe that we have to be able to eat them in moderation, which is tricky. The word moderation is scary. We've been told to eat in moderation for a long time. What happened? We went into the greatest health epidemic of all time. Obesity rates skyrocketed in moderation. It wasn't moderation, it just went way up. So I understand where he's coming from, but those are just some things to think about. These doctors are wonderful. They've dedicated their entire lives, so I really appreciate them. I really genuinely appreciate what they've done. They went above and beyond what was required of them. They didn't make a lot of money. They sacrificed their entire lives so that they could help other people, and that, I believe, is the greatest amount of wealth that you can obtain in life.